Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala.
January 14th, 1936. A question about the heart was raised. Sri Bhagavan said that one should seek the self and realize it. The heart will play its part automatically. The seat of realization is the heart. It cannot be said to be either in or out. Devotee asked a question. Did Bhagavan feel the heart as the point of realization in his first day or early experience? Maharshi said, I began to use the word after seeing literature on the subject. I correlated it with my experience. January 15, 1936, in this talk 135, 3 European ladies from the Theosophical Society conference came here and asked, is the whole scheme, the plan, really good? Or is it in the nature of an error, a mistake, of which we have to make the best? Maharshi said, the plan is indeed good. The error is on our part. When we correct it in ourselves, the whole scheme becomes all right. The devotees then asked, have you any formula to teach us how to bring it about through a remembrance of what we do during sleep? Maharshi said, no formula is needed. Everyone has the experience that he slept happily and knew nothing then. Nothing else was experienced. The devotee then asked, the answer does not satisfy me. We wander in the astral plane in our sleep, but we do not remember it. Maharshi then said, the astral plane is concerned with dreams, not with deep sleep. Devotee, how do you consider to be the cause, or rather, what do you consider to be the cause of world suffering? And how can we help to change it, as individuals or collectively? Maharshi, realize the real self. It is all that is necessary. The devotee then asked, can we hasten our illumination for greater service, and how? Maharshi replied, as we are not able to help ourselves, so we have to surrender ourselves to the Supreme completely. Then He will take care of us as well as of the world. Devotee, what do you consider the goal? Self-realization, said Maharshi. The devotee then asked, is there any way to meet the appointed guru for each? Maharshi said, intense meditation brings it about. Talk number 136. Dr. G.H. Mies, a young Dutchman, was here for a few days. He asked Sri Bhagavan, I have an impression that in deep sleep I have something akin to samadhi. Is it so? Maharshi replied, it is the waking I that asks the question, not the I in sleep. If you attain the state of wakeful sleep, which is the same as samadhi, while still awake, doubts will not arise. Samadhi is one's own natural state. It is the undercurrent in all the 3 states. This I is not in those states, but these states are in it. If we get samadhi in our waking state, that will persist in deep sleep also. The distinction between consciousness and unconsciousness belong to the realm of mind, which is transcended by the state of the self-realization. Devotee, is the Buddhist view that there is no continuous entity answering to the ideas of the individual soul correct or not? Is this consistent with the Hindu notion of a reincarnating ego? Is the soul a continuous entity which reincarnates again and again, according to the Hindu doctrine? Or is it a mere mass of mental tendencies, samskaras, Maharshi replied, the real self is continuous and unaffected. The reincarnating ego belongs to the lower plane, namely thought. It is transcended by self-realization. Reincarnations are due to spurious offshoots, therefore it is denied by the Buddhists. The present state is due to mixing up of the Chit sentient with Jada insentient. Talk number 137. Lakshmanan Brahmachari of Sri Ramakrishna Mission asked, can one imagine oneself as a witness of the thoughts? Maharshi replied, it is not the natural state. It is only an idea, bhavana, an aid to still the mind. The self is ever the witness, whether so imagined or not. There is no need to so imagine except for that purpose, but it is best to remain as oneself. Talk number 138. The financial secretary of Mysore asked, is Paul Brunton's secret path useful for Indians as well? Maharshi said, yes, for all. The devotee then asked, the body, the senses, etc. are not I. This is common among us all. But how to practice it? Maharshi said, by the threefold method mentioned therein. The devotee then asked, is breath control necessary for self-inquiry? Not quite, said Maharshi. The devotee then asked, is there a blankness intervening? It is said in that book. Yes, said Maharshi, but do not stop there. See for whom the blankness appears. Devotee, for devotees there is no blankness, it is said. Maharshi, even there is the latent state, laya. The mind wakes up after some time. Devotee, what is the experience of samadhi? Maharshi, it is as it is. For the onlookers it may seem to be a swoon. Even to the practitioner, it may appear so in the early experiences. After a few repeated experiences, it will be all right. Devotee, do they soothe nadis or do they excite them by such experiences? Maharshi said, they are excited at first, but by continued experience, it becomes common and the man is no longer excited. Devotee, proceeding on safe lines, there should be no unpleasantness. Excitement is congenial to smooth being and working. Maharshi, a wandering mind is on the wrong way. Only a devotional mind is on the right way. End of talk 138.